On your table, I've created a financial well-being plan. It's a one-page, no complications, but it gives you an overall view of what you can do in order to start getting organized financially. So the first thing you need to do is get the basics right. You've got to build on a solid foundation. You can't walk into a financial planner's office and say, I want to buy property when you got $100,000 credit card debt. What we need to do is start getting our finances organized. Have a plan to pay down any credit card debt that you have. Set up various bank accounts. So my philosophy is, if you want to go on a holiday, you should have the holiday money saved up. It's not on the credit card. If you want to buy a fridge because it broke down, it should be from the emergency fund. So I've listed in the first square, you need to open different bank accounts. If, let's say, you don't have a mortgage, don't have a loan, you need to have at least 4 bank accounts. I know, bank fees, but there are banks out there like ING and St. George who will only charge you St. George will charge you fees on the transaction account, but not on any other saving account that you follow. ING actually don't charge any bank fees. So you might want to look at having 3 or 4 bank accounts, and these bank accounts are going to organize and structure your finances. The transaction account is where you buy things, groceries, things like that, where your pay comes into. From that transaction account, you need to set up a savings plan, a direct debit. That money goes into your emergency fund, a holiday account, and a savings account if you want to save for a house or an investment property. Or if you have your own home, it should be extra money that you dump against the offset account or the home loan. But you definitely need that emergency fund. This is where I see people make mistakes and they end up with credit card debt. The car broke down. We had to get so many tires. It cost us $2,000. The fridge broke down. Or something always, by the way, something will always happen. When it comes to finances, it's not like we're zooming through and life is good and even when you're in the right mindset and everything's good, life is not like that. So we need to have money for emergency. I got inspired by that emergency fund from a Scottish client, actually, about 20 years ago when I was working in a small firm in Penrith. And he said that his mother was sick. So he started putting aside in a kitty, as the Scottish do, like a fund, and called it Mum's Fund. And it was basically every week he would put $10, $20, any extra cash that he had in that pocket, because he was always ready to buy a ticket to go and see his mother whenever she said, I'm feeling sick. And that emergency fund inspired me. It could be that. It could be your family overseas. It could be the fridge broke down. It could be the microwave stuffed up. Don't buy it on the credit card. You could put it through the credit card if you want to earn the frequent flyer points or any points, but have the money pay straight into the credit card. You need to stop that addiction. And we have been addicted. Credit card debt in Australia has increased from 5 billion 20 years ago to 51 billion. Look up Australia's debt clock. Website tells you how much everybody is borrowing, from the government to private sector to credit card debt, and see the numbers flashing, going up. So we need to create a culture of investing and saving. We've lost the art of saving. And so many people tell me, but if I have a $70,000 or $100,000 credit card debt, why should I put money in a savings account when I'm getting 2% interest and my credit card is costing me 15%? No, that's not the right way to think about it. The saving plan is not about the difference in the interest rate. The saving plan is to build up a muscle. When you go to the gym, you got to build up the muscle, right? It takes time before you see the result. you need to start the saving now, even if it's $10 a week, like my Scottish client. At the same time, of course, we gotta have a credit card payment plan. I actually have a 3-part video series on my website. If you wanna click on it, and you can download, you'll get emails of the series, and you will learn how to pay down your credit card faster. Okay. I know, no one likes to talk about budgets. And when people come to see me, actually, I've got a couple of women who are so organized, they come in with their budget already done. But it's not a budget. It's a wishful thinking budget. And that's where people go wrong. It's what I want to do in the future, not what is happening to me right now. So in order to have a real budget, we will have a real budget in the future. It's fine. We get a future budget. But my philosophy is we look at the past. We look at the past and we make peace with the past. By looking at the past, you know, as an accountant, I'm always looking at the past. I'm always going back to historical information to create a profit and loss. That's my job. And it inspired me to do the same for clients. We don't look into the future, we have to look into the past and see where we're going wrong. So right now, everyone in Australia can download their CSV, it's called the CSV file, on your internet banking. You can go to your bank account, internet banking, and there will be a section there that says CSV file, download. You can go back. Banks like NAB, CBA can go back years. I wouldn't suggest you go that far, but maybe 12 months, minimum 6 months. Download the CSV file. You can convert the CSV file to an Excel spreadsheet. Once you do the Excel spreadsheet, I can see many young women in the room, organize the transactions. There's a way we've organized it for clients. Within an hour or so, we get all the numbers together. How much you spend on KFC, McDonald's, Maya, ATM machine, how much you spend on everything, it will total it for you. Then you will see what you've been doing. Most people tell me, I know how much money I'm spending on coffees, and I know. But the moment we do this Excel sheet and we go, there it is. Actually, the couples look at each other. One couple said, we'll get back to you, Susan. They didn't want to have a fight in the meeting room. A real story. But they now, their life is completely transformed. That CSV file made a difference. So you could do it. Download it, get it done, find out where you've been going wrong or you've been going right. You got to pat yourself on the back when you're like, oh, I only spent that much at Maya. That's good. So once you do that, then what you need to do is say, I need to cut down because I want to pay that $70,000 credit card debt because I am committed to a longer term plan and a vision for my life. So you can choose. Do I need to go to KFC 3 times a week? Do I need to shop at Maya every month? You make the decision. I don't make it for you because that's not my job. I'm not going to follow you 365 days and go, where are you? It's going to be you who will decide where to spend your money. And where you spend your money has to be balanced with the values that you're going to adopt for your future life. I have seen people chop $1,000 a month and it doesn't affect their lifestyle at all. It's all because they just get organized. That couple basically said, we eat out a lot. They live in Stratfield. What do you expect? You know, they're eating out every day. It's beautiful food. So, but cut down to 3 times a week we go out rather than every day. Every day. That saved them $150 a week. chop, chop. They had like all these ATM transactions. What are you doing with the ATM cash money? That's where they held each other accountable. Don't know what they were doing, but they cut that down. And from that, they paid down maybe over $40,000 credit card debt, started saving. They got 2 investment properties now and a baby. And all within 8 years. So it is possible for everybody. From that historical analysis, we create our future budget. And from that, we create the life that we want to create.